how you doing? I am back with another video. Today, EandE family, I'm going to show you how to make egg-free chocolate and vanilla pudding. Don't go nowhere. Okay, so in a medium-sized saucepan, over medium heat, we're going to start adding our ingredients. So first, we want to get our sugar added. And we're going to add a cup of sugar, 3/4 cup to a cup, like that. Next, we're going to get 3½ tablespoons of cornstarch. And nothing has to be sifted for this. Nothing has to be room temperature for this. So that's 3½ tablespoons of cornstarch. Next, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. If you like your chocolate pudding a little bit more chocolatey, you can add more than that, of course. So I am going to add a little bit more. I have some left in here, so I'm just going to add the rest of that. How about that? Next, we're going to add 1/8 teaspoon of salt. So you can just measure it out in your hand like that. Okay, so we have all that added in. And now we're going to take our whisk. I'm going to whisk this together real quick. And we're going to start to slowly add our milk in. So what we have is we have 3½ cups of milk. This is whole milk. You can use lactose-free milk. You can use whatever milk you like, but I'm just using regular good old-fashioned whole milk for this. So we're going to slowly add it in and whisk. And keep whisking. You don't want this to clump up on you. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants lumpy, clumpy pudding. So just keep adding our milk while we whisk. And what's going to happen is that cornstarch in here is going to help thicken this up. But you have to keep whisking. It can be a little bare on your arm, but I'm going to show you a trick here in a minute. What I like to do. And I know it looks watery right now, but it's going to thicken up. Because we want to bring this up to a boil. So at this point, we're just playing the whisk game. You have to keep whisking this until it comes up to a boil. Our pudding thickened up, as you can see. So next, we're going to add a couple pats of butter. This will help give it the shine that it needs, which in a regular egg pudding recipe, the eggs is what gives it its shine. So let's get that whisk mixed in. Get that mixed in. And then we're going to add a couple teaspoons of vanilla. Now, whisk that together. It smells so good. Oh my goodness. Smells amazing. So just keep whisking a little because you don't want any lumps in your pudding. And I'm going to show you something that I do. You don't have to do this, but I do it just to ensure that it's lump free. I take my hand mixer and you only want to do this on low. When you put it on low, and this is to ensure that we get any lumps, bumps, or clumps out. Okay, now let's get in here with our spatula. This is what you want. This is how you want it to look. Beautiful. So we're going to put this in a container. We're going to let it cool. And next, we're going to get started on our vanilla pudding. Don't go nowhere. Okay, so for vanilla pudding, we do it a little different. We kind of do it backwards from the chocolate pudding. So with vanilla, we're going to start with 4 cups of milk. And once again, this is just whole milk. But 4 cups. And what we want to do with the milk is we only want it to sit in here until bubbles start to form around the edge. Because for this one, you don't want to bring it up to a boil. I know it's confusing. So we're just going to watch our milk until it starts to form bubbles around the edges. And then we're going to add our dry ingredients. Okay, so the bubbles have started to form around the edges of our milk. So next we're going to add, this is a cup of white granulated sugar, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and a teaspoon of salt. So we're going to start to add this in gradually. And let's give that a little mix before we add it, so it was all even in there, like that. Okay. So we're going to add a little in. And we're going to whisk. And just like our chocolate pudding, we have to whisk this vanilla pudding until it thickens. But we don't want it to boil. So I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. Okay, let's add a little bit more of our dry. And we're going to whisk. We don't want this to start scorching on the bottom. And we don't want it to lump up on us. Okay. So let's add the rest of our dry. And we're just going to continue to whisk this until it thickens up. Now, just like our chocolate pudding, we're going to add vanilla. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And we're going to add 2 pats of butter. And we're going to get that mixed in. We're going to let it sit here and we're going to let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. But keep your eye on it. I will also keep whisking. I usually do. Let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes so it can thicken all the way up. And then once this is done, we're going to put this in a container, put something over it. You can also put a piece, this is for the chocolate and vanilla pudding. When you're putting it in the fridge to cool down, you could put a piece of plastic wrap down in there so it doesn't form a skin. I just use a seal-tight container, stick it in the fridge for it to cool. So we're going to let these completely cool. And then when we come back, I'm going to show you some fun and easy ways to use this chocolate and vanilla pudding. You don't want to miss this, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Okay, so our puddings have cooled. And we're going to take a look at them. What I like to do is I like to take my whisk like this. This is our vanilla. And just get in there and mix it up. Because it sits, when it sits, it tends to congeal together a little bit. So you have to whisk it up just to get it moving. Like that. So that's our vanilla. And then we have our chocolate. Right here. This is our chocolate. And I do the same thing with my chocolate. I get in there with my whisk and I loosen it up. Like that. Okay. So now we're going to create some little creations with our pudding. So I am not a banana pudding fan at all. But just for you, EandE family, I'm going to mix together a little banana pudding cup. So we're just using little cups like this that you would probably use for a little mini drink or something. And so first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a couple vanilla wafers to the bottom of my cup. 1 or 2. That's all you need. And we'll just use 1 for now. And then we're going to take our banana, just like you would in a banana pudding. And we're going to give it a couple slices. Y'all see where I'm going with this, right? I know you do. Okay. So we got that down in there. Now, let's get a little vanilla Oh! Did you see that? Did y'all see that? I dropped it right into my pudding. That's okay. We're just going to take the bananas out. Put them back in the cup. This is live TV, y'all. It's like live TV. Okay, now let's get a little vanilla pudding down in there like that. And we're just going to keep repeating until we get to the top. Just like a banana pudding. And you have yourself a mini banana pudding. You don't have to wait for the entire thing to set and congeal. You could just whip you up some individual pudding and make your own. A cute little banana pudding. Now for the next one. Okay, so for our next one, I like to do a little kind of parfait type thing. So I like to start with chocolate pudding. Down in here like this. And we're just going to keep layering our chocolate and our vanilla till we get to the top. And then we're going to take some vanilla wafers and just crush it on top. Look how delicious that looks. Yum. Okay, so for our next one, we're going to use a little fruit. So I'm going to take some strawberries. You can use whatever fruit you want. I'm going to take some strawberries and I'm going to line the bottom of my cup. Like so. And then I'm going to take some vanilla pudding. Sit it down in there. Okay. And let's see if I could do another row of strawberries. Like so. Okay, then we're going to take some chocolate pudding. Put it right in the center. Something different. Chocolate and strawberries is delicious. And then we're going to add a little granola on top. How delicious does that look? Y'all know what's next? We're going to get a taste of all three of these. Okay, so first I'm going to taste my favorite. My chocolate and vanilla parfait. This is so good. So good. The chocolate is so chocolatey. And the vanilla is spot on. I'm telling you, this recipe will not fail you if you try this. Let's taste my least favorite. The banana pudding. Now I know, to be fair, I got to get down in here and get some bananas, so. Banana pudding is not my favorite at all. But this isn't bad. I can eat it in a serving size like this. Don't give me no big bowl of it because I'm not going to eat it, trust me. But I can eat it like this. Now let's try our chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and granola version. I love strawberries. With that granola and that added crunch, the strawberries and chocolate is a fave amongst many. So this is a winner off bat for me. Really good. You have to try this out. Your friends, your family, they will love this. Try this out for a weekend dessert, a weeknight dessert, something to serve after one of your dinners that you have with your friends. Promise you, they will not be disappointed. And that's it for today, EandE family. Like, share, comment on this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that you can be notified when a new video is uploaded. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are in the description box below. And as always, EandE family, don't forget to live a little and love a lot. Y'all be easy. This, it's okay for you banana lovers. This, absolutely bomb. Y'all be